let's jump into the lightning round, guys. I kind of gave you a little prep before we started here. The first question, I think you're all going to choose.
You're like really excited about this. I can see your face
you're
light
all-
up on this.
You're all gonna. Well, I mean, I think I have an idea of where you guys are gonna go, but you're all gonna pick different machines, right? So the first question in our lightning round is, you've got a brand new machine, you just picked it up, and you could only do 3 mods on it. Okay, what are those 3 things you are going to do to that machine to get it to ride the way that you want it to ride? And you only get 3 of them, so you got to be kind of selective here.
Go ahead.
What are you riding?
Ski-Doo.
You'd be on a Ski-Doo.
So I would put in a clutch kit, and I would put in a downloader.
Tuner.
Yep, tune the
Download's
engine.
an old term.
So the two, those
What
two complement
What tuner are you using?
So IBEXX does tuning on that. If somebody's looking at a Ski-Doo one, I challenge you to find anything better.
Okay.
It does, especially on the G4s. They found things that nobody else has ever got to. So that makes the 2 of them complement each other.
And you're talking about a Ski-Doo Turbo.
Ski-Doo Turbo sled.
Yep.
And probably would put on a set of ice scratchers, even though Ski-Doo's ice scratchers are pretty good, but they just don't put much pressure down.
So you're going clutching first.
Clutching.
Get the bad boy tuned up, and then ice scratchers. I'm going to go on a limb and say I don't know if anyone else is going to have ice scratchers in their 3. Okay. that's money right there.
Got to save the rails, man.
Yep. Okay. So that's on the Ski-Doo. William, do you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess I'll have to go with Arctic Cat.
Okay, so we're running Arctic Cat.
So I would do.
Now, is this like a Sender chassis, or are we talking
Catalyst is
you
coming
guys,
out?
You guys
so
have
may as well go
have
there.
a 6 Catalyst that you guys have been playing with.
Yeah, so let's count the Catalyst.
Okay, so we're on the Catalyst.
I would do clutching and a turbo kit right off the bat, which includes the tuning and everything, full package, so that my 600 can perform.
Mm-hmm.
And I would do. I like suspension, so I would spend money on shocks. Make it ride better.
Yep.
It helps handling and it helps ride. I got a bad back, so I like having it be cushy.
Yep.
And our ice scratchers don't fit on that Alpha, so otherwise I would go with the
ice scratchers as well.
So I'd probably do. Man, that sled's pretty flipping good out of the box.
Bags.
Yeah.
Bags.
Toss some bags on there.
Yeah.
Ski-Doo Link system is pretty phenomenal.
Yeah.
Which the new Cat one I don't have any experience with yet. It could be pretty good.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, we've seen
we've seen a few, but
it's pretty legit.
Yeah.
It's pretty sweet.
a lot better than the non-existent Ascender options.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so the only thing, we've got a Polaris left and we have a Lynx, which you're going to go Polaris.
Yeah, I mean, if I bought a Lynx, I'd probably just sell it and buy a Polaris, you know.
I have a Lynx. I like it.
So you're riding Polaris. What model?
Boost.
You're gonna go Boost. Okay.
Yeah, the reason that I do Boost, the reason that we're all basically turbos is the NAs are cool. They're fun. But even a Polaris Razor with a 2-liter motor at 225 horse, we put a turbo on it.
Yeah.
It's just, you can't beat turbos. They're fun.
Yeah.
So, I've got a Boost. I mean, the first 3 things that you've basically got to do to it to make it rideable is the intake vents.
The updates.
Yeah.
Let's start with the update.
Get your handlebar, the hooks, right? Get that.
Yeah, your recall's done.
Get your recalls done. Yep.
But I don't think those count as the one of the 3, right?
We won't count those.
All right.
Yeah. We also don't count a wrap. I noticed that wasn't one of your 3.
Well,
And
I
you guys,
read on
you guys
your
were
thing.
talking sticker power.
No, you read it.
Okay.
I
You
read your
it.
thing. It said no wrap.
Okay,
so.
good.
But if you do, go Deviant. I'm telling you right now.
The vents, because, that first year was an odd year, but I immediately saw that as soon as I talked to one of our dealers in Boise. They were like, constantly, holding like this. And the problem is it's a $23,000 sled. You don't That's no fun. So that's the first thing I'd do would be my vents, and then the clutching. Our boost clutching really stands out because the bottom end of the boost is not quite as good as a lot of people like. So our clutching definitely wakes that up. The profile change that we do makes it so that it doesn't overload the motor with like conventional clutching does. And then I'd probably do a track.
Track. I've heard that one. That one's been one of the three.
I'm pretty excited about the 325 track, but I did a Lynx track. A lot of people. I mean, I probably lost about. I think I lost 8 mile an hour track speed going to a Lynx track, but I gained probably 450 miles an hour of ground speed.
Wow.
It just, and part of it was
that gets
because
overlooked so much. At least in my opinion, the circles that I'm in, that gets overlooked a lot.
The first year, which it wasn't fair, because I talked to one of the ambassador guys, and he said the problem with the Lynx track is apparently it trenches, which I don't know. I don't see the whole trenching thing, but I had the 275 track when it came out, and we were riding obviously in 22. It was just a horrible season, so I didn't give it a fair chance. But still, I don't regret changing the track to the Lynx track. And I just talked to somebody from Chris Brandt's team, and he said the 325 is kind of right in between. It doesn't have the stiffness that the 3-inch Ski-Doo track does, but it doesn't have the softness that the 275 does. So he's like, I haven't put it on a boost, but he's like, obviously watching Chris run, he's like, it's a phenomenal track. But Chris makes a lot of things look phenomenal. So but that's probably the three things I would do. Definitely clutching, obviously the intake vents, and then probably track. Okay. If money's not an object on it.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. That was question one, lightning round question one. Question two is what's something that most everyone who is watching this probably doesn't know about you guys, whether it's IBEXX in general or you guys.
Man, how long is this going to take?
I mean, we had a good laugh because I was telling them, giving them some examples, and I said, Matt, Muskoka Freerider, told me no broken bones and a finger chopped off. And then all of a sudden, these guys whipped out their thumbs.
Yeah, so that's something that even, we connect
there
a lot.
You go.
And this is not from birth.
Not from birth. Different accidents?
Different accidents, same
accident, different time.
Yes, same industry.
Okay.
Agriculture.
So they were farmers back when he was 4 years old. He was running his hand across the top of a sprocket and at the top of the chain, and decided to grab it and see what happens. Well, the sprocket obviously went around like that, so it cut his right one off. And then in 2011, we were changing the axle on a combine, and that was on a grain cart, right? That you did it.
Yeah, it was a planter grain cart for filling up the grain planter.
Yep.
And we were changing the axle on a combine, and I was stuck my finger through a hole because the pin wouldn't go all the way through, and there's washer shims. And I told my grandpa, who unfortunately has passed away, but I said, lift it up just a little bit. He let it down.
And then there went the tip of your thumb.
Yeah, bye-bye. Yeah, pretty fun. I came out of there in complete shock, like, just looking at it.
Oh, yeah, blood's probably just gushing.
It was just...
His tendons were sticking out. It was pretty wild looking.
It was good.
And you were, 2011, so you were junior in high school?
No. No, I was 20. I've been 22.
Okay.
I graduated in 09.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. You remember that one.
Yeah. He hasn't broken any bones. I have. I broke my collarbone and fractured my back. But other than that.
So, so besides sharing some of those things with Muskoka Freerider, anything, is there any other thing that would just shock us? Holy cow.
He's got his brain going. You can see his behind his eyes there. Something's turning.
I was a Ski-Doo dealer for 1 year. That's kind of what probably spurned a lot of this on. Mr. Performax was the name of the business. Started working on people's sleds, and then after we closed down the business, because an expensive proposition when you're a brand new dealer and you have to take on sleds that are 1, 2, 3 years old from the old stock.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty unfair advantage to start with, so that didn't last very long, but continued working on sleds after that.
And that's
1999,
1999.
98, 99.
Was this down in Aberdeen or American?
Aberdeen.
It was in.
It was in that one was in Aberdeen.
That one was in Aberdeen.
Yep.
And that was a 1 year and done.
One and done.
One and done right there.
Lesson number 1.
There you go. You got to get those out of the way sooner than later, right?